Right then, 48-hour analysis. It's been a bit of an awkward stream so far. Went on for a bit longer than expected, but you know, we've got more data to look at now, more things to keep an eye out for. So, as we can see right here, Blackout SAR is in the lead. So the very first thing that I pointed out is it's competing with two other skins, that being the most recent skin before this, the Nightwatch SAR. So Nightwatch has definitely lost. Oh, not that. I meant the. I meant the thing. Nightwatch SAR recently came out about a month ago. It is all black, much like the Blackout, of course. Well, mostly black. But the very second this appeared, with a much better aim sight, from a much more in-demand collection, everybody dumped these, everybody started buying these. So how about we get a nice quick visual for how all of that played out when it loads up, someday. There we go. So if we can just get that. Ever since the Rust rotation, which was the 15th, the price went down very bad, and the buy orders aren't actually very strong for it. It looks like people might have removed their buy orders because they got dumped on. Price is going down, not looking at its best. The new favourite appeared. Now, in contrast, I want to see how the OpSAR is currently looking. Looks like that Frostfire shotgun's getting pumped. It is a pump shotgun. No, that's the YouTuber that's really popping off at the moment. He's showcasing the pump shotguns very nicely. So over to here we have the OpSAR, currently selling for $3.11, looking very, very nice. But in its recent history, it actually has sold at a lower price. It looks like the Blackout SAR has caused a bit of a ripple, a bit of a reaction. Loads of people are starting to sell these at cheaper and cheaper prices. This fool sold his for less than $1. You fool! Actually, that might have sold to me. I need to keep an eye out for that. Oh, I might have that. We'll look in a minute. But yeah, Blackout SAR is getting all the attention. It's sold 14,000 so far in 48 hours. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be super bad. I reckon we're probably going to maybe reach around 25,000 sales, which is totally fine. It's less than the OpSAR. I mean, I can compare that real quickly. So, real quickly, we can mention that the Nightwatch SAR sold around 19,000. Don't tell me I got that correct. I'm going crazy if I... I'm a maniac for this. On the OpSAR, hello. There we are. OpSAR sold almost 32,000. So that is its best comparison, and I don't think we're going to sell as much as that. I think the Blackout's definitely going to be out competing it, and this is probably going to go down a price, and this will probably end up at around $4 at one point, much like the OpSAR. But in the short term, I wouldn't think it's going to be doing greatly immediately. Give it some time. We also have November, CSGO Major. Skin prices very likely could enter a bit of a market dip, so be prepared for that. But as we progress into December, as we reach post-Christmas, all skins go up in price. Sounds good. Now we look at the CowmooFlage collection and take a look at the prices. Oh, damn. Right, so the hoodie's now $30 and the pants are now $20. If you remember from the Rust rotation, kept an eye on the prices. They weren't that expensive when we first looked at them, were they? Now look at them. The reactionary nature of the Rust economy. That's how it plays out. When you get new core pieces, the pre-existing core pieces spike up in price. We looked at, oh my god, we looked at this and it was $2 just 2 days ago. Now it's $5 a piece. We looked at this was selling for around $1.50. Now it's $2.70. Maybe not as big as a jump there, but it still jumped up in price. So yeah, this was expected. We knew it was likely going to happen. This is what we wanted. I should have invested in that. I was already invested in toy collection, and I kind of relied on that. Didn't work out for me, did it? But yeah, loads of people happy. It's spiked up in price. Complete the Sets is doing good things. Many people made great profits, but I did make a profit on the Knights Templar collection. So, as we mentioned earlier, the kilt reached to a point it was selling for around $10. The hoodie is $8 a piece right now. But here's the thing, we do need to talk about this. Is it going to last? Probably not. We reached a very high peak of around $9.50 at one point, but then it's kind of going up, down. I think we're probably going to see signs of trending down. I can imagine loads of people have bought these out, but in 7 days' time, what are they going to do? They're going to want to sell them, aren't they? Do keep that in mind. When people have bought them out, in 7 days' time, they're going to want to sell them as soon as they can. They want to get those profits. So if you waited it out for a while, you know, you might have sold here, or you could have waited and sold here, you know. You learn these things. So buyouts happen, but if you wanted to sell, you had to wait a little bit longer. And I did, and I made some great profits. Because I happened to own about 30 of these and 30 of the pants. I owned about 5 of the kilts. I sold those too early. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. But, you know, you make profit. Don't be mad. You know, don't be upset that you didn't make the best profit. You made profit. Move on to the next thing. Keep a positive mind. If I worried about every single thing I didn't make the best profits from, I'd be very depressed. More so than what I am now. But, yeah, Knights Templar, same thing. Reactionary nature of the Rust economy. Everybody's probably going to start running around like a Crusader with their giant swords, as I joked, maybe with the Katana sword. But yeah, everybody's going to start role-playing as Crusaders now, probably. So, 10,000 sales so far there, 10,000 sales here, looking very strong. Always keep in comparison with the already existing pieces. This sold around 15,500. This sold just over 20,000. This sold, yeah, so these are around 21,000. This sold just halfway through 15,000. This is most likely going to catch up to the clothing, the kilt. The kilt's probably going to be the least sold piece, and therefore, as time goes on, it's probably going to become the most in-demand piece. Keep an eye out for that. I did mention this with Skullkiller. Maybe we should take a look at Skullkiller in a minute. Give it a minute. Molten Visage. Wooden door. Oh, I love wooden doors. They're so great. I love them so much. Molten Visage kind of has some things going down. Has some things doing well. That probably spiked up in price recently because of the recent buff. The I dropped my egg on my sleeping bag. It's $3 now, so that's doing good. But this wooden door, as I mentioned, we have a lot of wooden door skins. We have some. Oh no, not that. No, we have a lot of wooden door skins this year. We have some glow in the dark wooden door skins, but they haven't been good investments. Not a single one has been in the positive this year. We did have the very fun-looking friendly wooden door, down 56%. That sold for $2.49, glows in the dark, very fun, silly design. It's now $1.10. That right there is selling for $2.99. That sold just under 12,000. We've just reached over 10,000 here. What do you reckon? Chat, what do you reckon? Do you like those numbers? Do you like this price? I'm a bit worried, but it is abnormal, right? Let's put that out. It's abnormal, right? So we don't have to rush into buying it. There are four regular skins and 8 abnormal skins. The 4 regular skins being the Azul Boots and the CowmooFlage Kilt, Vest and Helmet. And I should have mentioned this earlier. CowmooFlage is 99 cents and I was worried it was probably going to sell too much. It's also not abnormal, so we can't keep an eye on the buy orders for about 20 hours. But what I'm seeing right here, it very likely, the kilt, most importantly, looked like it could go over the amount of sales that the Tier 3 had, which could possibly mean the kilt might not be as in demand. Keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for that. So, numbers compared to what already exists, mainly with the core pieces. So clothing, Tier 3, keep an eye on that. If this sells over 20,000, it might be in trouble. So keep an eye out for that. Will the fad of dressing up as a cow always stick? Probably not. So keep an eye out, be prepared. I'll try my best to warn you. Same thing there, keep an eye out on the comparison. With this is a bit different. Boots don't matter too much. Boots are nice, but they don't matter too much. And it's not going to cause a price increase for the currently existing armour and clothing. But I would compare this with gloves. Yeah, maybe gloves. Right, so this did not sell as much as the... actually, no, it did. It did sell perfectly the same amount, almost. Whew. You know what? If this sold well, why wouldn't boots sell well? We are keeping an eye out for Tier 2. Tier 2 I still think is coming. Like, have the faith. Have the faith. I'm kind of giving a bit of an outlook for next week. I reckon we're going to see some more complete the set skins. Sorry. But I think we're going to see more deployables and weapons and tools next week with the Tier 2. I think that's what the answer is going to be. This week, 9 out of 12 skins was clothing and armour. Next week, 3 out of 12 will be clothing and armour, the Tier 2. I think that's a teaser. The boots right here are a teaser for Black Gold Tier 2 appearing next week. Keep an eye out. So maybe you should potentially start investing into these. It's all speculation. No guarantees, but keep an eye out for it. I'm invested. Are you? Do I still have all of my skins? Not. Save it for another time. Sorry, I've got to get through this because I don't want to hold up Mr. Micro for too long. I've only been doing this for 10 minutes. Alright, so we've got some time. Pixel Pants and Hoodie. As I said, these are not getting as much attention compared to all the other things. Right? This also is currently one of the only free collections that are likely going to be progressing. We have Black Gold Tier 2, which I think is going to be appearing next week. We have the what am I trying to say? The JPEG collection. We've just seen the Tier 3, and now we've got Pixel. These are the only collections that we can anticipate more for because, speculate and anticipate more for. With the JPEG, of course, because now that we have the Black Gold, the Tier 3 armor, we can anticipate its arrival because it actually exists. It's actually on the workshop, and people have already made moves. I can show you. So people have already made moves for that JPEG kilt. Just take a look at it. See how much more buy orders it has in comparison to the vest and the coffee can. When it loads, come on, SCM, you can do it. So, whilst I'm here, I would like to point out SCMM now has a Discord. You have to follow SCMM to use its bot to get alerts and whatnot. I'll have to post that in the chat. So just to give you a nice heads up, SCMM now has a link. Now has a Discord, and now I've hit my mouth. It now has a server, a Discord server. So I'll put that in the link afterwards. Oh, buddy, you didn't have the support. Anyway, so, yeah, this is in the positive, these are in the negative. And if we look at the buy orders, what do you see? More reinforcement, and you can see a clear difference. Most of the people were built up around $1.50, and then very, very recently, look at all of these big fat buy orders here around $2. People are awaiting the arrival of the JPEG Tier 3. This is what we have to look forward to. And there's nothing wrong with that, Sometimes we don't have much to look forward to, but you take what you can get. Oh, Retro Blast Thompson, you're doing ever so fine. Katana sword, oof. Yeah, that's where numbers can be a problem. You know what? In terms of numbers sold, let's just take a quick look. How many are on the market? 75. Hang on a minute. Is that just a straggler? Yeah, there's only about 10 there. 10 sales, it's back to normal. That's fine. I was expecting a whole lot more. 75 is less than average quantity. That's all right. Katana sword's looking quite all right. Just giving it that. So, and this, in comparison, as you can see, it did not have the support to keep it up. The bulk of the buy orders are still around $2.30. The price is created because of it. That was a $3.99 skin. It suffered because the support simply wasn't there. And yeah, more and more people who had the ability to sell are selling, dumping them at cheaper prices because they're worried they're not going to get their money back. And yeah, self-fulfilling prophecy. Self-fulfilling prophecy. I should slow down when I talk. Sorry about that. Okay, chill out. Let's just quickly take a quick look at the Skullkiller. Skullkiller kilt, looking very fine. Got a whole lot more investment towards it. This is looking perfectly reasonable. And the hoodie and pants are now immediately back to suffering. It was fate. We could see that. It had too many. And this is what you've got to keep an eye out for the CowmooFlage and the Knights Templar Tier 3. If the numbers are too high in comparison to all the other pieces, the core pieces mainly, the one that has too much is going to suffer the most, and the one that has the least amount looks like could be the one that could flourish the best. Now, this has only been available for a week. Let's see what happens from here on now. Okay, so let's see what happens from here on now. Speculation, anticipation, patterns. We all learn from it all. Hello, Magnum. Do you think Pixel Armor will come next week? No, and I will point that out one more time. Divadan is fucking... Oh, dear. He keeps making stupid names up for himself. Divadan is a TF2 creator as well. He's going a bit mad for TF2 skins at the moment. I'd know because I'm also invested into TF2 stuff. So he's constantly making very nice looking... He's making very nice looking TF2 cosmetics and unusuals and maps and whatnot. So his focus might be on TF2 for a while until the Halloween update comes out during the beginning of October. But maybe as some time goes on, he makes the armour as well. Does that answer your question, Mr. Magnum? So do keep that in mind. We might not see any... oh, that looks really cool, doesn't it? We might not see any pixel armour for a while. It's Mr. Micro! And now the server will break. Anyway, so keep that in mind. That's some knowledge not everybody would inform you of. Azul Boots! Hello, how you doing, buddy? A nice full collection that we see right here. Everything has a piece of... every skin for all the pieces of armour that you can have on your body. Looking very nice. How are these going to behave? Honestly, maybe the best thing to compare is the gloves. The gloves sold around just over 12,000. I reckon we could reach around that. That went up 239%. 99 cents as well. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's the best thing to compare to. Maybe, due to the fact that everybody's focusing everything else during this week, nobody's really looking at the Azul Boots, are they? Ooh. Then, if everybody's going to focus everything else, maybe the Azul Boots will flourish because not many people bought them. And maybe it'll be the best thing to hold on to. Now, that'll be something I'll probably hold on to for at least a year. And then you'll see the difference. Maybe at the very bare minimum, post-Christmas, late December, early January. Keep an eye on the prices then, and it'll probably be alright. And then we have the Dead Cells metal door. And all the recent sheet metal door skins. It's not looking good. This collection isn't getting the most attention. It's not doing the best. Damn, Furnace Rim Door. Down 48% already. It did not have the support. It crashed. So I don't have the best of hopes with this. All of these are in the negative. I think this is being manipulated. I think it's being manipulated. So I kind of want to keep that as an anomaly, as an exception. Spray can's doing alright though. Nice design. So that's half the reason why I think the spray can garage door is going to do alright in the end as well. People do like the colourful and the nice designs. So with that, I think I've gone through everything. Let's just take a real quick look at the Dead Souls collection. So yeah, all of it's in the negative, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that, but not everybody likes things like that. So I've gone over the SAR. I've gone over the worries about the amount of sales that these might have. I reckon this is going to reach around over 20,000 sales. I don't know specifically, I can only guess. It's only 48 hours. But 20,000 sales is what I'm expecting. The hoodie and the pants are probably going to flourish the most out of this collection. The door, I'm only going to do maybe $1 buy order for that. It glows in the dark. It does look cool. In the long term, will it do alright? Probably. But with 10,000 sales already, I'm a bit worried about it already. So, boots looking pretty good. Honestly, both boots are looking to be very good candidates so far as potential sleeper investments. If you hold on to them for quite a long time, they will slowly lose their quantity in the market. No one's going to replenish it. Their prices just go up. So yeah. I believe that's everything. Keep an eye out for pixel armor, but it's probably not going to be appearing anytime soon. That's just speculation, right? I gave you my answer. Diva Dan's involved with TF2 at the moment. Give it some time. Maybe we'll see some more appearing soon. So let's see what goes on from here. Next week, will it be deployables and weapons and tools, or will it be back to the regular weeks? Let's find out. Thank you for watching, and I hope that was helpful for you. Chat, if you want to ask a real quick question at all, do you have any specific questions? Whilst I'm here, Magnum asked a very good question, but I don't think anybody else is asking anything. Yeah, alright, so we're all good. Okay, all good. Thank you.